usually like wearing my headphones, but I don't want to mess with that cord right now. So we're just gonna do that. A check. All right.
Okay.
All right. So let's start with my little intro here. Welcome to the Right Vibes podcast, Tales from the Tuleburg Press on K.W.D.C 93.5 Stockton, brought to you by the Fierce Mustang Media Group. I'm your host, Bones in the Booth, and I'm thrilled to bring you another special series with another talented artist here who has collaborated with the Tuleburg Press in the right place right here in Stockton. In this series, we'll dive into the creative minds of artists, writers, authors, poets, rappers, and educators, exploring their journeys, inspirations, and the impact of their work. Whether you're a literature lover or a fan of lyrical genius, there's something here for everyone. Join me as we celebrate these voices and the stories they have to tell. Tune in and get inspired by the artistic brilliance that makes this community vibrant and diverse. Let's vibe. And this morning we have here Angela Maxon. Hello there.
Hello there. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How was your holidays?
Quiet.
And for our listeners and or watchers, you want to go ahead and let everyone know what it is that you do, what is your creative outlet, what is all that you're into?
I'm into painting. I love painting. Any kind of paper crafts. I like making books, things like that. I go by A. Monet. I like to do a lot of painting with acrylics and watercolors, experiment with different inks, and I like to make books, journals, things like that.
All right. And how did you, where did it all start? What got you into all of that?
Ever since I was probably like elementary school, we started a book making series when I was, I think, in third grade. So I love making books ever since then, but started picking up on it again when I got older. Yeah.
All right. And so are you an author as well, or you just like to make the books?
I just like to make the journals. I'm not an author yet, but hopefully soon.
Okay. You're just starting to dabble writing a little bit here and there?
Yeah.
And so what inspires the creative process? Like what gets you started, or what do you decide how you want to make the book or whatnot?
Well, my art, basically, I like to, it's just people in general inspire me. It could be a certain style, or if I see somebody come up to my window, because I work in dialysis also, so I deal with a lot of the public. And so if I see anything interesting about somebody and I want to just try to sketch them out real quick, I do that. So a lot of people, it's just people inspire me, because I do a lot of drawings of people.
Okay. Actually. And how do you so people inspire you? How do you stay motivated and create to continue to find create I guess new creative process or new creative works?
Well, I look at magazines. I like to look at fashion magazines.
Okay.
Because it has different styles in there. People, their the fashion way that the way they're dressed, their makeup, different things like that. So I get a subscription. I look through them and see what's new and what kind of things that will
see what's hot right now.
Yeah, and see if I can like incorporate that in my art.
And then what's your medium? Do you usually do like acrylics or like any like watercolors, oil, pastels?
I usually do acrylics and watercolor, mostly acrylics.
Okay.
Maybe this year I'm going to try to do some oil painting, but I'm scared to do that because it takes too long. So I like to do acrylic because it dries fast.
Okay.
I like to get it done and get it over with, not have to wait. like with oil painting.
Okay. Oh, so I wouldn't say scared necessarily is the right word. Don't be intimidated by trying something new.
Right.
You just don't have the time or patience for it right now.
I don't have the patience. I don't think I have patience for it. Yeah.
I feel that. So, other than your patience, what other challenges have you or do you face in creating new works or along the way?
Well, since I mostly just draw faces a lot, I want to dabble into something like expanded, maybe do scenes and put my people. I like to just draw people, so I want to put them in a different scene, like put them somewhere around. I'm thinking around Stockton, just go to different places like the UOP Tower or different parks or places downtown and just incorporate the buildings and things like that into my art.
Okay. Are you from Stockton here?
Yeah, born and raised.
Okay. Get a different sceneries of your hometown and whatnot going in and incorporated with your art. Now, how do you see the role of art in building and sustaining a thriving community?
I think that it just livens up certain areas. So depends on like when you go around town and you see different murals, and it's like if you look at downtown, it used to just be all drab and you think of homelessness and that. But when you see some art, it's like, hey,
kind of adds more character, livens up, brightens up the place a bit.
Right.
Yeah, I like walking through town and like seeing good murals. Not the sketchy graffiti of just some people running the streets wanting to tag stuff up, but like good graffiti art. I love to see it.
Yeah, I think it makes it more just enjoyable to see things. You don't have to focus on all the negative.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to break away from the stigmas that a lot of graffiti art or doesn't have to necessarily be like spray paint graffiti, but like murals and stuff like that, street art, I guess you could say. I have a bunch of friends that are dabbling with the Lord's graffiti crew. I don't know if you've ever heard them. It's a graffiti crew that's been around for some time around California and stuff, and one of the guys that passed away, and his sister puts on Serena, she puts on the Biz Fest. It's a like a tribute to her older brother, but like it's held in Fresno. I think there was talks of bringing it up towards Modesto as well, but every year it's like a whole family friendly all day event at this park in Fresno, and it has like a half mile long wall, and a bunch of artists come and do a bunch of murals and tributes and whatnot to Lord Bazaar, and it's cool. I have friends that do hip hop, and they perform out there, and then I don't know if you've ran into Orlando. Zeps Rhinosaurus, he comes out there and he hosts a b-boy battle. There's a bunch of people come do breakdancing and can win cash prizes. There's raffles. It's all that, and I just like things that break the stigma away from street art and graffiti artists, and like there's a lot of positivity that can become coming from that, and I love doing that. I go out with my camera and make videos and stuff and just network with a bunch of different artists, and it's cool to just get around the negativity that comes with street art.
Right.
So I totally feel you on seeing nice mural, good stuff around the streets, and it totally brings more life to the street than just the drab and homelessness and sketchy things you can see and whatnot.
Right. I want to do a mural one day, but excuse me, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to do something that big. Okay. That's one of my goals, is to try to do a mural, something huge.
That'd be cool. Little steps.
Yeah.
Start with something. Start with something a little smaller. Can you share a bit of your artistic journey and how it's led you to becoming first involved with the Tuleburg Press and Paula Schill and everyone over there?
Excuse me.
Oh, you're fine.
My artistic journey, I would say, started again around 2016. I was going through some relationship issues, and I needed to find an outlet. And so I started an art journal, and I was like, I got to fill this journal up. And so I was going to try, I always sketch, but I never painted before then. I just use markers and things like that. Excuse me. And so I said, well, I need to focus on something different. I'm going to start trying to paint. And so that's how it started. I got an art journal, I bought a little pack of watercolors. I started off with watercolors. And then I'll just start sketching things and just filled that journal up. And I was like, it really took me away from whatever was bothering me at that time.
Nice.
And then my first acrylic painting, my mom had passed away. And there's a picture of her when she was 17, and her eyes are just beautiful. They're like slanted, and the way her hair was in that picture and everything. I said, I want to try to paint that picture. So I looked at a couple of videos on YouTube on how to draw eyes and stuff like that, because I wanted to really capture her eyes. And so I kept practicing, and I got a big old poster board, and I would just sat there and painted a picture of my mom. It looked okay to me for a beginner, and I was like, okay. So I kept doing that, and I said, well, if I can do it like this, then maybe I can start moving to canvases. And then I stopped doing work out of my art journal and started working on canvases, and it just went from there.
And how did that lead you to yeah.
So I was working with so I was making my paintings, and then I started I'm like stuck. I met Joy Ness, and I was walking downtown. I was giving out some of my art to to somebody. They were having a vendor event downtown, so I saw Joy, and she was like, "Oh, I have these little journals that I was making." She said, "You need to meet this lady. They were having an art splash day." And she said, "You need to meet this lady named Paula Shields. She just opened up this business, and she makes books and all kinds of things." So we went over there to Paula's place, the right place. But for some reason, her door was closed. I guess they were doing a workshop or something, and her door was shut. So Joy was like, "Maybe you can meet her. I'll give you her number. You can come back and meet her another day." So I was like, okay. So me and my kids went to Kids Day down there on Harding Way. They had a Kids Day at the park. And Paula had a booth there. And I was like, this must be Paula, because it was called The Right Place, and they're teaching kids how to make books. So I went up and I introduced myself and told her about, this is what I do for fun, and this is stress reliever. And so she's like, okay, I'd like to see some of the things you do. Just bring it by The Right Place when you're, one day. So I did that. I set up an appointment with her, went over there and showed her what I do, my process and stuff, and it just went from there. So, that's how I met Paula.
And then it's been just snowballing from there.
Yeah, since then, I did a couple workshops teaching kids in groups how to make books, and later on a position came open for me to be a studio manager there. So I actually quit my full-time job working in medical, because I was tired of working medical. I've been doing that for 20 plus years. So I said, I want to try something different. And I went and worked with Paula at The Right Place for a while.
You took a leap on that. And how's that served you?
It was good. I still work there, but not as much, because I do have 3 kids I got to take care of, and a mortgage. So I had to go back, and I need benefits, things like that. So
understandable.
Yeah. So I was like, I got to do this full time and go back to what I know. So I'm still doing the medical thing, working in dialysis, but on my off time in my spare time, I go work over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I've learned wanting to get into, being an artist and stuff, that it's a long journey to where you're making money off of it and actually being able to sustain a living off that, and like learning that, like, oh, all these artists that I look up to still they still have to, do their main job and their, day to day to fund them being able to do this stuff. Like I like going to concerts. That's my thing. And I, when I was younger, I guess, I don't know if romanticize this is the right word, but like, just had this image of these artists and stuff. And then now as an adult, getting to meet them and talk to them, like, oh, you're just regular guys too. You go to, do your 9 to 5 or whatever your job is and whatnot. You're not. Right. So everybody's like on the same level, and learning that as adults makes things, I guess, less scary.
Right. Yeah. I just, sometimes every couple of years, I just take a leap and do something different. Like me jumping into medical was something completely out of my realm that I just needed to do. So I went to school for it, and I loved it. I love my patients, and I love some of the staff and all that. But then, you see a lot of sickness, and you get used to these people, and they get sick, and they're not there no more.
Yeah, it's tough.
Depressing. So I needed to take a step back from that for a while.
It's probably, I'm sure, emotionally draining. You can build these connections and bonds with these different people.
Yeah. Then when I come home, my way of relaxing was just to sit there and probably draw something or focus on doing something else artistic. It takes me away from that thought. Mm-hmm. And then, so that's what I was like, good. Something came up from the right place. I don't have to deal with the people being sick and stuff. I could just do art and all that kind of things. But then really I just needed the benefits and all that. If the benefits and the extra pay.
Yeah, you gotta do different. You gotta take care of yourself and your family.
Right.
How has Tuleburg supported your artistic endeavors, and what impact has it made in your artistic career?
So Paula is really supportive. She has the open studio time. So if I wanted to come in and, make paper, because that's another thing, I love to make paper, or if I wanted to do some prints, and she has the open studio there. And she helped me create a big book. I made a book out of newspaper, so it's a newspaper size book.
Okay.
And she helped me create that journal. And I just got in there and just threw paint around and seen what I come up with, and it turned out to be a cool book. Different skills of making different kind of books, like Coptic binding and how to bind books, basically, other than the way that I knew from school and things like that.
Okay. It's definitely just kind of nurtured, give you a little bit more
knowledge on book binding and all that.
Different angles to approach and think about how to create things.
Yeah.
And can you share like a memorable experience that you've had? Do you have anything specific that comes to mind working with Paula or anyone else there at the Tuleburg and Right Place?
One of the first things we did was Channel 31 came down and they did an interview, and they interviewed me and my daughter. My daughter was little, like 7 years old then, and they were just they were just not interviewing us, but they were interviewing Paula, find out about the Right Place. That was a cool experience for me and my daughter to see us on TV. And then there's another time they came out. I'm kind of camera shy. I don't like to be on the forefront, but I was like, don't catch me. So you could just barely, you could see my hands, or Paula's talking and stuff, but you could see me doing the paper making process. It kind of reminded me of Monsters, Inc. When Mike Wazowski and them were doing the interview, and then all you could see is a green guy. He's like, I'm on TV. But all you see is his hands.
Yeah.
That That's my little funny.
Like, wait. Oh,
But
there I am.
yeah, there I am. I was telling my family, "Oh, watch, I'm gonna be on the news. You got to see me." They're like, "Angie, we just saw your hands."
I'm like, yeah, you didn't recognize them?
I'm like,
those are my hands. Your hands weren't on TV.
Right. I'm big now. I'm on TV.
And started doing ring commercials and stuff.
Right. Mm.
Oh, that's awesome. And your daughter have fun with that?
Yeah. So she did a little summer job thing there too. She's older now. So
Okay.
she loves the right place, and she even had a birthday party there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was her place of choice. Right place.
Oh, that's really cool.
I was like, okay, that's cool.
That's awesome. There's a hope for the next generation.
Right.
Yeah, like I don't want to go to Chuck E. Cheese, or I don't know what kids do, but these days, it's like I want to go to the right place.
The right place.
That's awesome. Shout out to the right place. And that, I guess, kind of leads a little bit to the next question. I was going to say, in what ways do you think art contributes to societal well-being?
Man, it just it's a mental health thing. It helps you mentally. It just helps you to ease on what you're going through. So I think a lot of art is therapeutic. So that it can help the community, and if we have more art things available for everybody.
Yeah. I don't think I mean, like, growing up, my mom's artistic. She's a painter. She does right now she does a lot of watercoloring, but she also dabbles in it all, paint, acrylics, all that. She also does clay work, and we fire it in her garage, and then she'll paint it and stuff. So I kind of was raised around an artistic upbringing, and I just lost my train of thought right there. But I guess being like exposed to that, I forget that not everybody is exposed to that, to where, like, I guess there is a percentage of people out there that don't really look at art as a therapeutic process, or as an outlet, or something that can help them through whatever it is. I think there's probably a percentage of people that just maybe look at art as a waste of time or whatever. And so I think it's good to have places that, such as your daughter, you can get them while they're young, get them interested and fired up and wanting to go to places like that for their birthday, and actually grow with an interest of in art and all this, its different capacities.
Yeah, it's I think it's so therapeutic. I don't know where I would be if I didn't put myself out there more with art, because it makes your brain, takes you to a different place, and you're just sitting there painting lines, or you're not really thinking about the stressors. Not even that. Sometimes it helps you to find clarity, because you're just sitting there with your brain doing its own thing, and I think that helps you to solve different problems. That way you can just be like flowing, thinking, oh, okay, maybe I could do something differently. It's not like you forget that the problem is still there, but I think it helps you to analyze it better while you're doing your art. For me, that's what it does.
And do you think you can tell in your art, looking at it, different pieces, I guess, different mindsets, or where you were in a different place in time with different pieces? Like, could you look and be like, okay, her emotion was probably this, making this, or whatever? Actually,
a lot of my paintings that I do, they're mostly women, because I practice drawing my mom so much. Most of my women look mean. I don't know, like, they just look like they got an attitude problem, or there's something's going on with them. I'm trying to work on making them look more happy. I don't know.
Is there an angry approach, or in the back of your mind when you're doing it?
Nope. No. I just flow with it, and whatever comes out just comes out. So I don't know. Sometimes I can tell what I was going through because I'll write in there's like a message in their hair or in their clothes.
Okay.
Nobody else can really read it, but I can kind of.
That's there for you.
Yeah, I'm like, and that's also a stress reliever because I'm getting those thoughts out that I don't want to say out loud, and like in my art journal. So I'm just writing it out as I'm doing it, and then I just paint over it, and like as a fool, I got that out. I didn't have to tell nobody about it, but it's there, and nobody else can read it, you know. So yeah, that's. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, oh, I know what I was going through at this time.
Some reflection.
Yep. Yeah.
You see a lot of growth from where you looking back at your old pieces.
Actually, from when I first started drawing, I think those drawings are better.
Really?
I think I got
comfortable or something.
Yeah, I think I got too comfortable, and then when COVID came, I kind of lost it for a while. I didn't have no desire to paint. I don't know. It was just like
everybody kind of lost motivation around that time, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was like I used to paint every day. I used to paint like 5 pictures a night after I come home from work. And then all of a sudden it was like, no, don't want to do it for like a year. So I'm trying to get
that spark get that spark reignited.
Right.
Or at least stoked if it didn't fully go out.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it up.
Maybe start drawing some men. Try to get the different facial structure and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, it's mostly women because I'll draw men. I'm thinking I'm drawing a man and I'm like, he looks girly. Mm-hmm. So let me just give him some more lashes and add some more hair. And it's a girl.
Yeah. Growing up, I have, well, you can't see, I have long curly hair and had long eyelashes. And growing up when I was little, I had always told, I'm not a girl, I'm a boy.
Yeah.
So I know what it's like having, I guess, feminine features. I think maybe that's why I grew this thing out, just to let people know.
There you go.
I'm a boy.
A boy, baby.
Yeah. And it's like, no, it's dressed in overalls, so it's like it's unisex, could go either way.
Right.
Well, how does managing the studio influence like your own artistic practice?
So the studio is different. You got to keep everything nice and tidy there at Paula's, but at my own house, I don't keep nothing nice and tidy. So I have to try to be like, okay, I can't leave this project out like I do at home. Mm-hmm. It's very organized there, which is good because you know where to find things when you come back to it or when you need it or somebody else needs it. At home, it's just 2 different places. I can do whatever I want at home and just leave the stuff there. So, which isn't good, but I need to.
But I know how it is. It's like I know where everything's at.
Yeah, I know that. It's under that piece of paper right there.
Yeah, like since my dad passed, I stay with my mom, so she is not living by herself, but she's looking for something. She can like message me or call me and be like, hey, where's blah blah. I'm like, all right. So you go into my room, it's like I know where everything is, right. But it's like just walking in looking. It's just like I don't know where you find stuff.
Yeah. So my art studio at home is my dining room. Hopefully, my whole house is my art studio. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to organize it to be better because I have all my stuff all over the kitchen table.
Oh, that's your house.
Yeah. You want to eat, you can go eat in your room.
I get that. Like, so I originally started BonesInTheBooth as because I was doing radio here and I had a hip hop show, and so I would always K.W.D.C 93.5 Stockton, BonesInTheBooth, because I just Bones was my nickname, but then I would say BonesInTheBooth because I was on the radio,
right?
And I liked how it sounded, BonesInTheBooth. But then COVID hit, and changed things. COVID killed the radio star, and I switched to more like camera stuff and photography and videos. But I kept the BonesInTheBooth, even though I wasn't in the radio. Like the booth there went from being that physical place to a mindset or my own creative space. So it's like wherever, if I'm in there, if I'm in my living room, if I'm at the park, wherever I'm at in my creative zone, that's my booth. So like anywhere's my booth.
Right.
Like your whole house, that's your studio. Anywhere you're working is your studio.
Right.
So I feel that like wherever I'm at, that's my booth.
Yeah. And my kids, when they were little, so I get poster boards, and just so that that they won't be bothering me.
And keep them occupied and stimulated.
I give them a poster too. We're just gonna lay on the floor and throw paint around and play. And so we still do that to this day. Me and my daughter. The boys, I have 2 boys too. They're not into art like me and my daughter is, but
they're running around.
Yeah, my daughter's really good at painting and stuff now. Like, she's getting better than me. She's using all my supplies. You have to get your own stuff.
Yeah, nurture that. It'll be the one taking care of you.
Yep.
And so the boys what are they into? Skateboarding? Anything? Basketball? Video games?
My younger son plays football, and he's into riding his bike and girls right now. He's about to be 15 in a couple days.
That's the girls' age.
Yeah, and then my older son, he's into his own little rapping thing, and he's just into makeup and things like that. So he's just discovering himself later.
And so there's a whole artistry in makeup there.
Yeah.
Like the from just regular day-to-day makeup, and then you see the
cosplay
stuff, the drag stuff, or even just what is it, like for cinema, for movies and stuff, the makeup artists, like, 'cause I follow a bunch of different Instagram pages, and there's some wild things that people can do with makeup, with just the different shading and contours and stuff.
Right.
So you got some artists on your hands.
Yeah, I do. He's into rapping and stuff too. I never thought he would be into rap, but
that's cool.
Rap.
And see, like what we were saying earlier, you art being an outlet and stuff. I feel like hip hop and rap is like a big one that people understand. Like, okay, I see how that's an outlet, and not so much as far as painting or creating videos and this and that, but like hip hop, I feel goes pretty hand in hand with the therapeutic process and managing how you process things and get through it and whatnot.
Right.
Okay, most of the first 3 of the interviews here were hip hop artists. So we had Orlando, Zeps, Melina. He does the hip hop. Have Josh J. Scribe, the journeyman, does hip hop. We had Melchor in here, does the hip hop. So it's like the artistry of like hip hop and literature and poetry. It's all pretty hand in hand.
They had the poetry book at the right place. I forgot what it's called, but I did the artwork for it. So,
was it the crap, now that I'm trying to think of it, I forget what it's called. But the one where it's like the compilation of the different artists and whatnot.
Yeah, it has
the anthologies.
The anthologies.
There we go.
I did the artwork for one of the books, and I always told my son, I got a book coming out you don't even know. This is like a couple of years ago, and my sister.
Was it the last one? Last year's one? Is it the kind of multicolored-ish? Mm-hmm. I know. I have one. I bought one. I got that.
I can't think of the name.
And I think it was either the last one with John or the one with Jason. Someone was saying that you did the artist for that.
The art for it. That was it was just a bunch of faces that we threw together and arranged it.
I like how it came out.
Thanks. I want to do something else like that, but I like to write poetry too. I just don't put it out there.
You just do it for you?
Yeah, I just do it for me. So, but one day I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna have a book out there with that in there too.
Well, you're definitely in the right circuit of people in the network to do that.
Right.
And so,
I can't remember that name.
Drawing a blank too. And I had the books because I bought one from one of the people. I forget which one, but I have it. It's at my house, but otherwise I'd be able to pull it out and show you. But can you describe a typical day as your roles as a mother and a working mother and a studio manager?
Working mom and studio manager. So I get up early and cuss kids out, try to get them to get ready for school while I'm trying to get ready. And then there's a bunch of 3 drop-offs before I head to my job at the dialysis center. And then mostly there for 8 hours a day when I get off. I'm basically an Uber driver. And so I go pick them up from different places, come home, and either my brother had something cooking on the stove, and I sit down and I just do my art stuff. That's my decompress. Or I cook, or one of the kids cook. If I go to the right place, it's usually on the weekends. So I just get up, get ready, go there, probably clean or see if anything needs to be done, because they're there all week and I'm just usually on the weekends or something. So I go in there and see if there's anything needs to be done and just hang out for a minute. Like this weekend I was there. I made a calendar for 2025 for this year. And I was there by myself, just turn my music up and go in there and do my thing.
Nice.
Yeah, just clean up and leave.
It's nice to have that freedom to kind of just do your thing.
Yeah, it is. It's cool.
So before, because of the internship, I was able to, buy a laptop and my own cameras and do all those things, at home. But before, when I was, taking the classes the first few semesters, I had to come here, check out the stuff here, use the equipment here, and it's cool. I really enjoyed that I'm able to get the hands-on experience with all the stuff that they have here, but can't just let loose and do my own thing, do it the way that I want to do. So It's nice to have that freedom.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad I could just go there. Sometimes if it's stressful at home or something's going on, I just want to. Actually, it's been really cold at my house, so you can't do nothing creative when you're freezing.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to think of anything else further than being cold.
Right, so I could just go to the right place. They got all the same things that I got at home, and just do my stuff there.
Nice. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. How do you balance your administrative responsibilities of managing the studio with your personal creative work?
So I'm not there at the studio that much, but when I was there a lot, it was like 2 different things, because we're working on a certain project, like making paper, and then you got to do all the cleaning stuff after that. So, and then just getting things together, that's not the fun part, being an artist. And but it's the part that needs to be done. And you're dealing with other people and their ideas. So you just got to make it 2 separate things. Like, okay, I'm here. This is the work part. And then I could do my fun part later,
Now, does one kind of rub off on the other as far as like how you do things, or you're doing something other projects like, I'm going to go home and try this, or incorporate, your tendencies at home with how you do things at the not the office, the studio?
It's kind of the same, because I have all the same things that the right place has. So when I was there doing a lot of things like teaching the kids how to make books, I used to. So I learned how to make the Coptic binding and things like that. That's what I did take home and try a different way of making different books and things. But usually everything is like that they have there, besides the printing press and things like that. That's not my favorite anyway, the printing press, but I like the product. I just don't have that stuff at home. But I guess I could incorporate some of the things I learned there with what I have at home. I do try to learn from it.
Have some takeaway.
Yeah.
How do you believe I guess you kind of already touched on it for you. How does the studio support and foster the local art community? I guess you touched on a little bit when you just, I guess, them having a space for you to come
creators. Yeah, they have the classes there that teach you how to do different things, like the old school way of printing, how to make paper out of your old clothes, things like that. They have all of those community involvements. We go to the parks, we go to different schools and do field trips with the kids, like teach them how to do different kinds of art, paper making, book making, things like that. So I think it provides a safe space. You can come and make your zines, different things from different teachers or whatever instructors come in and teach people how to do different things. So
yeah, so the studio plays a pretty big cultural role in the fabric of the community.
Yeah.
Gives not necessarily like an after school program, but it's like, gives, something for the kids to keep them stimulated and creative outside of after school and whatnot.
Right. We did have an after school program there. But there's also like...
No, I was just saying I didn't want to just like label them as an after school program.
Right. The schools can go to them as a field trip, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Unbound Stockton School, they come there. Kids make books, go to different stations, paper marbling, all kinds of things. Yeah,
it was fun because last semester, me and another intern, we went and on a couple of the occasions where they had kids there making the stuff. We did a little documentary for the Tuleburg, and so we have a bunch of shots of the kids in their different stations before they, rotated on to the next one. And it was really cool to watch them and like seeing these kids intrigued and, excited and enjoying the process. I mean, you got your, kids that were like me, there's tensions all over the place and wanting to, not stay on task, but it's cool to see them, interested and, eager to learn all that.
Right. It's good to spark their imagination.
Yeah. Yeah, they do great stuff over there. Mm-hmm. Can you highlight a particular project or piece of art that you're especially proud of?
I'm really proud of that big book I was talking about earlier that me and Paula put that together. So because I like to get different inks and splatter them on paper and see what they look like, what I could see out of them. And so she told me, hey, I got these old newspapers. Why don't you try that on the newspapers and maybe we can bind it into a book? And I was like, hey, that's a good idea. So I did that. It took maybe like a month or so, I believe, just painting on the different papers, getting them all, gessoed down and then paint on them and doing it all my style. And then to see the outcome when we bound the book together, it was like, wow, we did this from scratch, made this whole big old book from scratch. So that's one of my biggest things I did there, I think.
Okay. And you just describe that feeling when you first saw that finished project, or or how it was important to you?
I was just excited that I had did something from start to finish that was that big, because I think it's like 20 pages, around 20 pages or so of my different artwork and just me being me, basically. And I was just excited to see something, a completed project.
I feel that. I respect that. My attention was all over the place. I feel like I got into a lot of different things and dabbled in things, and it was just kind of like, all right, well, what else can I do?
Right.
Like I played saxophone for, a couple of years in school, then wasn't interested. I got into skateboarding, got, good to a certain extent, and it's like, all right, I don't think I want to break anything else anymore. Like, what else can I do?
Right. I want to make another book, so I'm actually going to make another big book. I already got the supplies, so maybe later on I'll ask Paula to help me bind that, because there's always different ways you can do things, so we could have tweaked it a little different, and I want to see with this one.
See what else you can do there. I should have. I don't think I'm not sure if I did or if I forgot to mention and bring something in. We could have showed it off or whatever.
I didn't even think of that.
Do you have like socials or a site or any of your work for sale or anywhere that people could check it out?
So I have my first works are at Paula's. She had bought some. If you ever go to the Tuleburg Press or the Right Place, in their print room, she has 3 pictures that I painted.
Okay.
She's really excited about them. I'm like, oh, those are my beginning pieces of art. But on Instagram, I'm at the Art of A. Monet is my handle at Instagram.
Okay. And then I'm pretty sure I'll probably put something on the screen and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you can see my artwork there, or sometimes when they have different shows around town, I'm a vendor.
Okay. And do the pop-up stuff and whatnot?
Yes, I do the pop-up things. And that book is called Center of Attention.
Center of Attention. Yeah. Okay.
So.
It came back to me right as you said it, yeah.
Terrible.
Well, hey, you have a few kids, you're a mom, you work, you got a lot going on in that brain.
Yeah, I just left work. I just tell my boss I had an appointment to get here, so I don't think she'll be watching this.
Well, it's going to take me some time to edit it all down and cool. get it going. It's like I'm an intern here at the college, so I'm still, always learning, how to do these things, and so it's like it'll take some time to get, line up each camera to which one of us is talking and whatnot.
Okay.
But it's cool to have places like the college here in Tuleburg so we can learn these things, right. And continue on the creative path. What advice would you give to any emerging artists who are looking to maybe become an artist by hand to canvas, or a studio manager, or any artist of any capacity?
I tell them just keep at it. At first, I didn't think that doing anything in Stockton with art when I was growing up, I was like, oh, you have to be in the Bay Area to be doing art and have people interested in your things. But just keep at it. Learn as much as you can. What do you call it? Get to know new people. They might take you different places.
Yeah, the networking.
Yeah, network with everybody, different cultures, different everything. You don't know where you're going to end up, but just keep going.
Yeah, I feel that I kind of thought the same. Like you'd have to go to like getting into photography and wanting to do camera work and video stuff. So it's just like, oh man, like got to move to LA. I guess that's like where it's at, Mm-hmm. And then or going to the Bay Area, because it seems like those are the big spots where everything's happening and whatnot. But networking and like meeting the right people, it's kind of open doors and open, different connections. And I've learned to realize we have a lot going on. I'm from Modesto, but like between, I go to school out here, but I've learned like there's a lot in Modesto and, Stockton. There's a lot of culture and a lot of good people to have in your, circle of network.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it helps that there is opportunities going to the Bay Area and stuff. Like I spend a lot of time in Oakland and San Francisco going to concerts and doing photography and stuff. And yeah, there is, a lot of opportunities, but.
And then check out the galleries. I'm also a member of the Stockton Art League. I did an art show there, and I didn't think anybody would show up. But, man, a lot of my family came, and I was like, wow, some of my coworkers.
That's awesome.
I was like, oh, okay, so there's a lot of support. They like do community things, also have different classes for kids to go and learn from different instructors and stuff there too. So
and where's the gallery?
The Stockton Art League is on Miracle Mile.
Okay.
Right across from the Starbucks.
People can go over there, check out some stuff you have out there.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And so I had on the last few well, on the last all of them, but these cameras only record for so long before the battery, stops. So I think I might have to watch back and see if they stopped before we got to that point or not. But I had people saying at the end if they wanted to look in this camera and leave the listeners, viewers with either one word or phrase.
Don't stop. Just continue.
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
I like it. Don't stop. Thank you for tuning in to the Right Vibes Tales from the Tuleburg Press. This wraps up another episode on K.W.D.C 93.5 Stockton. I hope today's episode brought you a fresh perspective and a dose of inspiration from Angela Maxon. Sorry. Keep supporting local artists and be sure to join us again next time for more artistic journeys and stories from different Tuleburg Press creatives. Brought to you by the Fierce Mustang Media. I am your host, Bones Out the Booth.
Oh, baby.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Wow, no problem. Thanks for the host.
Awesome. I'm glad you felt